Hey, welcome to Mailrite. I'm Adam and I have Jonathan with me, and we are here for your next workshop. And today we are going to talk about 3 ways to know if your real estate business is ready for paid lead generation. So, welcome back, Jonathan. Let's get into this. So, how do people know if their business is ready for lead generation and paid lead generation in that?
Well, I just thought it was a good topic, Adam. These aren't concrete. They're just guidance, basically. But I think
Mhm.
point one is, if you're starting as a real estate agent, or let's say you're in your first year, 18 months, you're probably going to get your first leads from what is called your sphere of local influence. There's different
Yeah.
terms, but most real estate coaches that have an audience say it's their sphere. And I use a slightly different term. I call it the Pavini Method, um, which comes from,
Buffini, did you say?
yeah, Pavini.
Okay.
Um,
Okay. A lot of
they're,
people recognize that on this
yeah,
podcast, right?
yeah, they're leading real estate coaching company.
Yep.
Um, and it's about their mythology, but basically you should try and contact anybody that's in your contact list on your smartphone, iPhone or Android, and you should tell them that you've become a real estate agent. Are they going to be interested in buying or selling their house in the next 6 months? And do they know anybody? And you're there to help them. You're really serious about it. And if they come across anybody that is a friend of theirs or a close colleague, they please refer them to
Hmm.
you?
Yeah.
That should be your first resource. This is really 101 of real estate marketing. This is really basic stuff, but it's effective stuff. So,
Very effective.
um, and you really need to really hit that resource before you spend money on paid lead generation. That what I've just described is where you're going to get your quickest, most cost-effective result to get the wagon rolling, basically. And that's where
Yeah.
the other one I feel is really effective is open houses.
Yeah.
You should approach, we've discussed this in other videos on the Mailrite channel, YouTube channel. You should join the right brokerage. I don't think, as somebody in their first year or first 18 months, you should join a virtual agency. I don't think that's a
Yeah.
good
That's
decision.
tough to do.
I don't think you're the right person in the right moment of your career to get the best benefit from that. I think you'd be best to join a decent quality local brokerage that's got brick and mortar based, and
Yeah.
then you should become a resource for the more experienced agents in your office. You should make it clear that you're really serious about this, that you're in it for you've got at least a year resources, that you don't expect to get a result straight away. You need to give some reassurance that you're not going to be one of these people that's all enthusiastic and then because they don't get the first sale in the first 2 weeks, they disappear. Right? It's just the reality.
Yeah, it
You
is.
will need a bit of money behind you to get this wagon rolling.
Yeah,
But
which we'll talk about in the third point later
yeah,
on.
but you approach these all experienced agents that got good lead generation. They really don't want to do open houses because they've got a problem with time. So you should say that I will do these open houses for you.
Yeah,
And
help them out.
you really got to you really for the next year, for preferably both Saturday and Sunday, but but if you can't do Saturday and Sunday, you should at least, Sunday's the worst day for people. You should really say every Sunday I'm looking to do open house. And the reason why you do that is that the leads, the people you're going to meet in your community, the basic ability to build your database, the benefits that you're going to get by doing those open houses are going to be enormous, Adam. And that's so aiming at the people you know in your community, the friends and people you know, plus doing open houses, in my opinion, Adam, is a better way of getting the wagon rolling than spending money with Zillow, Google, or Facebook, or any of the other paid lead generation. And there's also websites or companies that will give you leads, and you only pay when that lead converts. You have to pay a high percentage of your commission check, 30 to 40% plus has to go back to the lead referral company. But all these things, like I say, I don't think you should look at them until you've exhausted the two things I pointed out. What do you think, Adam?
Yeah, this sphere, you nailed it. I think that's really important, and they should be looking at those options. And, your sphere of influence, this can be face-to-face marketing, like Jonathan said, with helping out other brokers or agents at your office. It could be social media and interacting and things like that with people and building your network that way. And, again, if you can put a check mark next to each of these three things, then you're going to know you're ready. On this one with your sphere, if you're already keeping busy, then you probably don't need a paid lead generation.
I would disagree. I would disagree with you there, but
that's okay. Because I know a lot of people that are busy, and honestly, they can't handle getting any more leads because they're so busy. And I'm working with some right now, actually doing some videos and photos and things. So there are going to be those instances. Most people, I think, in general, most realtors in general, are going to need lead generation for them. So,
I'm disagreeing with you for a slightly different reason. Is that I totally agree with what you just. So I'm disagreeing not because I disagree with you. I know that sounds odd. I'm disagreeing.
It's okay to disagree nowadays, right? You can agree to disagree on stuff and not get in a squabble. Okay, so why do you disagree? That's interesting.
Well, because I think if you just want to be a sole agent and you just want to get a certain level of net income, and you want to get to a certain level of production and you're happy at that, I think what you've outlined is totally fine and works for nobody. If you want to build a team, if you want a small team of buyer agent juniors, if you don't want to do the open houses every weekend, if you don't want to have to attend all your local free functions or semi-paid functions, if you don't want to spend 24/7 marketing yourself out there, I think you've got to look at paid lead generation to some extent. But I know many agents like you do that are happy they're happy with the Pavini methodology.
They're making $200,000 a year, and having a team is a lot of time and effort. There, let's face it, there's advantages and disadvantages to being solo or on a team, right?
But Pavini, the other factor is the Pavini method takes a long time. It takes a long time to get utilizing your local sphere to get to that 200,000 mark you're talking about. and it's totally doable. But what I was talking about is getting the wagon rolling. But
Yeah.
then after you got the wagon rolling, you've got some income coming in. You're going to find the quickest way to get moving further on is through paid traffic, is paid
Yep.
lead generation, because the Pavini, to get to the level you're talking about, which is totally possible from face-to-face marketing, will actually take even longer based on my experience, Adam.
Yeah, yeah, and I think these are people that are more established. So we can't expect that out of a new real estate agent by any means. And even if you are doing paid lead generation, like you still need to cultivate those relationships with the sphere of influence that you have. So keep that in mind. And I think we wrapped up that first point. So did you put a check mark next to that or not?
I did, Adam.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And hey, we love doing these, and we're doing these just because we want to build into you, help you grow your business, put another 0 or 2 or 3 or 4 behind that check that's coming your way. So if you could like this video, subscribe to us, click those buttons, and then pound that bell so that you can get notified when we have our next free workshops. We're doing these, guy, 2, 3, 4 a month, it seems like right now. So we hope you're enjoying them. So, all right, second check mark to know if your real estate business is ready for paid lead generation, and it's your unpaid marketing and branding. And what do we mean by that, Jonathan?
Well, if you don't sort this out, the return on investment is going to be a lot less than you hope for.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why is you never did point 2. And point 2 is review. It's all combined. And we've done a number of videos on this, and we've got some great content on the MailRight website through the blog. If you want to go to the MailRight website, and you can book a demo with me or Adam, and we'd be more than happy to discuss your needs.
Yeah, we'd love to walk them through it, see what we're doing to help our clients.
You got to get your web presence in good enough condition that it reinforces why somebody should approach you. I feel that you need, if you're really serious about this, folks, you need your own website. But you don't have to. You can start off with what your brokerage provides, right? It'd be fine for the first 6 months. But as soon as you get some budget, I personally feel that you need your own central digital hub, which is your website. And I believe in WordPress. I'm a WordPress guy. I believe in WordPress. But you need to get your social media up.
So does Google. Right? Google likes WordPress too.
But you need to get your social media up to snuff. You need a Facebook page. You're not, unless you use Facebook advertising, you're not going to get enormous traffic. But those that are really interested in you will check out your social media. You need to be active on Instagram. I'm terrible on Instagram, I admit it.
Yeah.
I do.
MySpace,
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Yeah, good. But the main thing that I'm really enthusiastic about is that I think you need to build a presence on YouTube. You need YouTube, and the benefit, it's linked, it's owned by Google. And the other really strong thing is you need a Google business profile all filled out, which is free. We've got tons of videos on that. We did
some good stuff on that.
We've done it's really important that you claim that. And the other thing is your free Zillow profile. We're not saying that you give money to Zillow, but you should fill that profile, and the same really with your Google business profile. And the last thing, before I throw it over to Adam to see what he thinks, is you need to be really proactive about getting reviews. And you're going to say, but Jonathan, I'm in my first year, I'm in my second year. If I got a few, and well, you can get a review. Anybody that you've helped, anybody that knows you in the past career,
Yeah.
anybody you can, you need to mark out a period in your calendar, a period of time where you're actively ringing, emailing, trying to get encouraging people to leave you honest reviews about
Yeah.
you. A lot of agents don't do this, and this is why you need not to be one of those agents. What do you reckon, Adam?
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, Guy, every time we talk about reviews, like my antennas go up because they're so important nowadays. And Jonathan's absolutely right. Like your online presence, your website, your social media, all that needs to be dialed in. Do the little things. Make sure you're filling out the description, the about section. Fill out all the things that they allow you to fill out because they know when you're doing that, and they know those platforms know when you're utilizing all that little stuff. So little pro tip there. And yeah, the reviews, there's links, there's ways you can share those reviews, send them in a text, tell someone, ask for the 5 stars, if you're asking for a Google review, for instance. And it's okay if you get some bad ones. We won't go into all that in detail. Check out our other videos. We'll have those links that will help more with that. But, talking about paid leads, the organic reach on social media right now is so poor, especially on Facebook and Instagram posts, because the Instagram reels are kind of been taking off. So hopefully people have been noticing that. And if not, then take advantage of making some good reels for your business, because you'll reach a lot of people, thousands and thousands of people. So,
Well, the great thing, Adam, the one thing that a plumber doesn't have, that you don't have a plumber or electrician has, is that people are fascinated about property.
yeah, people love real estate.
In
Yeah,
an up market, a down market, a sideways market, it doesn't matter.
yeah,
They are
yeah,
fascinated by property. So
yeah.
you already got a large local audience that, as long as the videos are reasonably interesting, you're going to get views. And what a lot of agents don't understand is you've got to do a bit of SEO on your titles. There's a tool called Buddy, TubeBuddy. It's not that expensive. And there's a couple other tools that can help you find the right titles to your videos. And it's one of the main ways that you're going to drive traffic. And just spending a little bit of money and a bit of time about the titles and how you lay out your video description, you're going to get a lot more traffic to your YouTube videos. And
Yeah.
just doing the odd thing, and we can advise you on this. And there's plenty of free information on the Mailright YouTube channel. The other factor is, I want to point out that in the Mailright system, we have a whole review platform that helps you get reviews, because I always felt from day one when I was developing Mailright that reviews were really important. And I think it's an aspect of the Mailright system that is really powerful, that a lot of our competitors don't have, Adam.
Yeah, that's good, because we have a system in place that's part of our plans, and it actually makes it pretty seamless once it's set up, which we walk you through. And it goes, I won't go into too many details. Give us a call, contact us, go to mail-right.com. We'll walk you through it and give you a demo for free. But it's pretty exceptional, and reviews are huge. We can't overemphasize that, right? Because of how important they are. So yeah, use keywords like Jonathan said, just to piggyback and wrap the second point up. But use keywords not just on your website, but also on your social media, right? Those all get, the little spiders. A search engine gives you juice and stuff too. It's a little, but it all adds up. So all right, so let's go into the third thing to know if you can put a check mark next to this last one, is if your real estate business is ready for paid lead generation. And it is your budget, which is a huge one for so many, especially those starting off. So let's dive into that one, Jonathan.
Well, it's linked, like you pointed out, to point one. Unless you've got a substantial amount of money that you've saved, and a lot of agents don't realise you've got to have a budget if you're going to use
Yeah.
paid lead generation,
Yeah.
and that starts between 300 and 500. 300 in a rural area. It's probably going to be about 500 in a metropolitan area. And that's the starting budget. That's the bare minimum. It's probably, in a rural area, it's probably going to be around 600. And in a metropolitan area, you're probably looking at 1,000, right? And there's also a lot of confusion about what is a lead. What is a digital lead? I'm not going to go into all the ins and outs of it here because Adam complains about the length of these videos already. And this will end up being War and Peace, but we've got other videos about that. They do a dive in the MailRight videos. But that's the reality, and you're not every one of these leads, they're not going to convert. The norm, a good rate is 5%. Well, I think that's quite high because
I do too. That would be amazing,
because it can end up being 5, but we can be talking about a period of 6 to 12 months before that digital lead converts into a check, a commission check.
You're in it for the long haul with paid leads. You know what I mean? Like some get lucky and get one right away, but some it could be 3, 6, 12 months, before things start to add up.
It's very similar to blogging, to evergreen content on all this stuff that we talk about, Adam. It's not going to happen straight away. This is why we talked about your sphere of influence and open houses. Because if you're looking to get a quick commission check, to get the wagon rolling, which helps with your psyche, that most communication is non-verbal. This is scientifically proven that that most of the communication between us is body language, our spider senses. Yeah, that's it.
I was just gonna say the sphere, that's the low hanging fruit. Is your sphere of influence. So definitely be targeting that. I think we did forget to mention that, but just reinforcing what Jonathan just said. So and is your marketing, is it self-sustaining, right? So if you're paying for these leads, are you able to at least come out neutral and not in the negative? That's where you want to be in 12 months or so, say. It does take a while. So if you can't set aside, $3,600 to $5,000 just for ad spend, then you might not be ready for it. But a little bit does help. It's just going to take longer and it slows the process down, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So hopefully, I don't know if there's any more things to add to it to wrap it up, but don't forget, consider your sphere of influence in whether or not you need to go beyond that, which most of us do. Your unpaid marketing and branding, is it the organic reach versus the paid reach, and the reviews and things? And then also, what is your budget? So if you could put a check mark next to those 3 things, then your business is ready for doing some paid leads. And we would love to help you with that. Right, Jonathan?
Yeah, really, the MailRight platform, I've built it with Adam's help, and I think it's a great platform. And we're a small team. All our clients we're committed to our clients. And those that invest time and are prepared to learn are going to be the winners in this industry, and we're there to help you become a winner.
Yeah. So work your sphere, be interactive and engaging, with your audience, build your budget, and then let us know how we can help. So that wraps up today. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up and like it, subscribe, and then pound that notification bell. so you can get more free mail-away workshops to help you out and help you grow your business. Thanks again.
See you soon.